guys, this is Monkey here, and today I'll be bringing you a new Blender tip on how to curve and make vines, cord, and wire, and things like that. I'll start it for you, and then you can finish it and do whatever you want with it. So, I'm going to show you how to use the curve modifier in Blender. Oops. Okay, so, first thing you want to do, get a default thingamajigger or whatever, or you can do it in your own animation. Let's delete this cube with X. We'll add a curve. For this one, I'm going to do a Bezier. So, as you can see, it's a curve. It's defined by these lines here, and it curves the line. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add a cylinder. Let's press RX at the same time to rotate it. Press 90 in a row. And then, there we go, it's on the side. As you can see, we need both of these in the middle. So if this is somewhere else, say it's over here, go to Object, Snap, Selection to Cursor, and there we go. Anyway, next, select this, press SX, which is Scale on the X-axis, enlarge it. For vines and ropes and cords and things, you're probably going to want to make it pretty long, and usually smaller than this, but I'll just make this big so you can see this tutorial. Like, it's easier for you to see. So, the first thing we have to do, click on this little Bezier curve in the middle here. Next thing you want to do is make sure all these are good. Forget that. You're going to want to go to this little plus button here. Open it, and name it Bezier Curve. Let's do 1, 2, 3 for this tutorial. Now we know that it's named. Click on the cylinder and tab into edit mode. Make sure everything is selected. If it's not, press A. There. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go down here and press subdivide. Because if we leave it here with all these vertices, which is not many, then it won't have enough vertices to bend on this axis, on the Bezier curve. So we're going to add more vertices so it has more flexibility. I'm not going to go into huge detail, I'll just tell you the basic stuff. So subdivide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I recommend 5 or 6. I'll do 6 for this tutorial. As you can see, it starts to lag, but that won't matter in a bit, as when we press tab, it's still lagging. What the heck? I'll just do tab, command Z to undo one of those. Wait, did that work? There we go. Press tab again. There, we have 5. Not too laggy now. So, now that we have our cylinder, we're going to go to Object Modifiers, Add Modifier, and, wait, sorry if that's too loud, Curve. We're going to press on Object, and this is the curve that we just put there. Make sure the curve is in the middle of the cylinder, so lock them with the cursor. Bezier curve. As you can see, it bends right where this is, where this curve is. You can change these settings, but for this, well, that looks really weird. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to put it here. As you can see, if we move it along, which is GX, along this axis, you can see that it bends with it. Now, to make vines, cords, or whatever, which have lots of bends, we're going to edit this. Press the curve and edit. Now click on one of these small dots, and you can press E, which makes a new thing, G, which curves it around. But you have to be careful, because some of them they won't take all the curves that you put in, sort of like this right here, it's kind of messed up. So that's where I usually use a path. Oops, I added it to press Command Z. I accidentally added in tab mode. If you add it in tab mode, it becomes part of the same thing. Anyway, I'll add a path here. I will delete our Bezier curve. Nope, Z, sorry, that's wireframe mode. X, delete. As you can see, it goes back to being straight. If I click on this, sorry, the curve, we already have a curve modifier. I'll put out NURBS path. Since this path is straight, what we're going to want to do is click on it, right click, tab it, click on one of these, and then as you can see here, I can now add more curves. As you can see, you have to be careful where you're putting it or it starts to look weird. But anyway, that's the basic thing for making vines, cord, and wire for lots of different things. That's the basics of it. You can go and experiment for the rest. So, this is Monkey. This is my curving meshes and mostly cylinders tutorial. As you can see, it didn't turn out very well, but that's because I just did the basic stuff. You can go ahead and experiment. Well, that's how you make the basic vines, wire, and cord. This is Monkey. And it's my Blender Tip series. Have a great day. And that's the tutorial. Bye.